So, Zaktan, Piraka of Air, I guess. Not really a whole to say about him. He did canonically kidnap the band All American Rejects. If you have also been kidnapped by a lizard man, please by all means share your story down there in the comments. I would be very interested to hear that. Yeah, he showed up on Bionicle, claimed to be a tower. For whatever reason, everyone believed it. Not quite sure how they got away with that, but anyway. As you can see here, bag of parts. Many of which were not there in the original set. You'll notice the other style of ammo launcher for one thing, anyway, and also, the net. So, anyway, further ado, let's get to the build. And here we have Zaktan, leader of the Piraka at long last. Yeah, when he initially arrived on Bionicle, he presented himself as a tower to the Matoran there, and for whatever reason they believed it. Not quite sure what's up with that. I mean, there were 6 that didn't. Only 6 Matoran on the whole of Bionicle who weren't just thick, I guess. You have to be kind of dumb to believe that who would believe that this guy looks like a tower, honestly. So, features then. I've basically switched around. There's nothing convenient for me to point with, so I'm stealing his tri-bladed scissor here. I basically switched around to the original legs and arms, just to give him kind of the digitigrade, more reptilian legs. See here, the arms basically just... I like those pieces of arms, what can I say? They work well like that. The usual kind of bits and pieces of detail fleshing things out. Tool-wise, he has the tri-bladed scissor. There's still a claw on the back, but honestly, I prefer him just wielding it. Just sort of like this. And there's also the Zama launcher. And that sphere is halfway to Mexico by now. Excuse me one moment. So then, reloading is fairly simple. You just grab another sphere from the netting here. Whoop. Yeah, I need to tighten up the waist a little. I reckon if I had a friction extender and maybe do something to bring this up a little bit, I can get something a lot more functional that frees the head back up. So let's just go ahead and stick another Zama in his launcher. I also really need to find some solution to the shoulders here. And basically, if I move this part down, if I move this forearm down, then that shoulder piece will just spring off, just based on how it's been stored and the years since this set was released, I guess, which, it's a shame, but there's ways around it. We do have workarounds. It is the 21st century. We have the technology to improve this boy. So, let's just disentangle that from there. I do kind of like the way that the spine restricts the movement. It means that he ends up in all kind of naturally take on a variety of creepy poses. So, being a Skakti, he has elemental powers that can be used, but only with the aid of a tool or another Skakti. He also has a vision ability, in his case laser vision, which the eyes light up to represent, which I'm surprised that still works, to be honest. Oh, it's a Gandalf. Is he going to come and join us? No. Yeah, it's difficult to not make this guy look menacing, to be honest. It's like it's a byproduct of who and what he is. So, what happens to the Piraka in canon? They get their asses kicked by the Taranika/Anika/whatever. They try and follow them down the cod to Morinui and end up turning into lizard tadpoles. Basically just the head and the spine. That's kind of the last we see of them for a while. They do eventually make a comeback, albeit not a very successful one. Long story short, they are merged with 3 other entities into the gold-skinned being, which currently has no canon depiction, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a stand in here. Just, use your imagination as to what that would look like in Bionicle form. Yeah, so that's about all I really to say about this guy. I'll probably back at some point with an update video showing refinements made. Nothing major, just like, I guess probably axle with stoppers through here, something on the back. Just, tighten up that whole sort of deal. Some friction extender at the waist, and some kind of equivalent moving up of the base of the spine just to accommodate that a little better. Kind of a shame that we'll lose some of the tail, but, inheritable. So, thank you for watching. This has been Lucas Builds. Have you ever been kidnapped by the Piraka? Same as the popular American alt-rock band All American Rejects, which was, I cannot stress this enough, an actual thing that happened in canon. It was a very different year. So if you've ever been kidnapped by lizard people, just by all means tell your story in the comments below. The world would like to hear it, not just me. Like I was a fairly had a man for that kind of thing. Did you own any Piraka sets as a kid? Do you own any Piraka sets now? I only own the one. Honestly, I only have this guy, and he's going to be modified a little bit further. And don't ask why there are a couple of extra parts here. These leftover in his parts bag from various earlier iterations of things ended up being scrapped. So, cut to the chase. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, which will be the instructions for this guy once I get them refined a little more and fix up the build. Thank you for watching.